Can I ask you something personal?
Yeah.
Are you planning to get married anytime soon?
Well,
No
when
marriage on the
when the
cards.
right girl comes along, I get married.
But is there a checklist or anything?
No, just a loving person who's intelligent.
Okay, I think all the girls out there are getting the message.
Okay, now you can get me in trouble now.
भैया कितना टाइम लगेगा?
2.5 घंटे लगेगा.
2.5 घंटे? ओह माय गॉड. अब मुंबई से जयपुर आने में मुझे जितना टाइम नहीं लगा है, उससे ज्यादा टाइम लग रहा है मुझे जयपुर से दौसा के आगे बांदीकुई नाम के गांव में जाने में. अब पता नहीं राहुल गांधी अपनी भारत जोड़ो यात्रा के लिए भारत के कौन से गांव में वॉक कर रहे हैं. अब दिन भर तो ये वॉक करते रहते हैं, पर रात को जरूर आते हैं अपनी अगली कैंप साइट पर आराम करने और डिनर करने. ऑन दिस एपिसोड ऑफ संडे ब्रंच मैं आई हूँ राजस्थान में टू मीट एंड हैव अ मील विद राहुल गांधी टू एंजॉय नॉट अ संडे ब्रंच बट अ संडे डिनर. अब इतने बड़े नाम के पीछे होता तो एक आम इंसान ही है ना. तो आज हम जानेंगे राहुल गांधी को एज अ पर्सन एंड नॉट एज अ पॉलिटिशियन. वैसे अंधेरा हो गया है, पर आज की यात्रा खत्म नहीं हुई है. एंड देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ ट्रैफिक, लॉट ऑफ रश, बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स बहुत सारे लोग वॉक कर रहे हैं. एंड वी हैव हैड टू गेट स्पेशल हेल्प to get to the campsite. As you can see, a police jeep is leading our way. 2.5 घंटे की लंबी ड्राइव के बाद ये फाइनली हियर. Wow, the campsite looks very interesting. I can see a huge gathering there. I'm sure आज सारी बड़ा थक गए walk कर, but currently there is a lot of excitement there. Okay. तो यही है वो कंटेनर where राहुल गांधी is currently sleeping and taking some rest. It's interesting कि ये कंटेनर actually wait, ये कंटेनर नहीं है, ये actually एक ट्रक है और ये ट्रक के ऊपर कंटेनर रखा है जो यात्रियों के साथ ट्रैवल कर रहा है from one campsite to another. काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग सा है ये. So let's just see how these containers look like from the inside. Okay. So I think each container has got like 2 rooms. Okay, it's very compact.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. How are
Nice
you?
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Please have a seat here. Sorry, are we bothering you during your
No,
rest time?
no. There's no rest time here.
I can
It doesn't
imagine.
exist.
You've had a long day, but I thought it'll be a perfect time to catch you because I usually have Sunday brunch with all my guests. पर आप इतने busy रहते हैं, हमने आज आपके साथ Sunday dinner किया है.
क्या मिल रहा है मुझे डिनर के लिए?
आप बताओ आपको खाने में क्या पसंद है?
जो भी मिल जाता है मैं खा लेता हूँ. I mean, I don't have any big preferences.
Yeah.
I don't like kathal and matar. I don't like.
Matar and kathal. These two things you don't like.
If I have to eat it, I'll eat it, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
When I'm at home,
Yeah.
I'm pretty strict.
अच्छा.
Yeah. So I have, I'm careful. I don't eat all sorts of stuff. Here I don't have much choice. So whatever happens, I do.
But you know what? We've been seeing that you've been touring across India. और कई जगह पर आप local और regional cuisine भी try कर रहे हैं. We saw you eating bhakri in Maharashtra. कैसा रहा है ये experience of this yatra? Because we are a food and travel platform.
Yeah.
I know आप लोगों से मिल रहे हैं, but you know India is such a rich country when it comes to culture. What have you discovered in this trip so far?
Completely different. The culture is completely different.
Yeah.
The food is different, language is different, music is different, everything is different.
Yeah.
And it changes, I mean, of course it changes at the state boundaries,
Yeah.
but it also changes within the state.
Yeah.
Telangana was a little bit spicy for me.
Yeah.
So the chilies were over the top. There I struggle. I don't eat that much chilies.
वैसे इस कॉन्वर्जेशन का एजेंडा सिंपल है. वी वांट टू नो राहुल गांधी एज अ पर्सन एंड नॉट एज अ पॉलिटिशियन.
Okay.
See, you were born in a Kashmiri Brahmin family.
Kashmiri Pandit who moved to UP,
Okay.
right? Our family was from Kashmir, but then they moved to Allahabad.
Okay.
Grandfather, Papa's Papa was Parsi.
Right.
So I'm complete mix.
तो घर पर खाना क्या बनता है?
Normally in our house, lunch पे देसी खाना.
अच्छा.
And dinner पे some sort of continental stuff. That's generally what happens.
Okay.
But I'm quite particular. I have a sort of controlled diet. तो मेरा काफी boring होता है.
Yeah, we've seen your abs, so we are pretty sure about your controlled diet. But
yeah, I mean it's not that controlled also, but I avoid I try to avoid too many sweet things and stuff like that.
oh really?
Yeah, I
But
try to keep.
सूत्रों के अनुसार आप एक टाइम पर 8 से 10 आइसक्रीम भी खा सकते हैं. Is that true?
एक कभी 2 हो जाती है, but आज तो 10 नहीं.
Okay. चलो, I won't keep you waiting for long. You've had a long day. आज आपने काफी वॉक किया है. Let's begin our dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
What क्या मिल रहा है? ये मुझे ये आज थोड़ा फैंसी किया आप लोगों ने. ये नॉर्मल वाला नहीं है. प्लेट भी बड़ी फैंसी है.
आज कर्ली टेल्स वाले आ रहे थे तो उन्होंने सोचा थोड़ा फैंसी डिनर
मुझे लग रहा है. I tend to be non-vegetarian.
Oh, okay. And mostly like seafood, chicken, what do you like?
Chicken, mutton, seafood. Yeah.
You know, Delhi is known for its food, and given that you spent your childhood in Delhi, are there any favorite hangout places? कोई छोले भटूरे, गोलगप्पे वाली जगह जो आप बहुत frequently जाते हैं?
पहले ओल्ड दिल्ली जाता था, but generally now my staple is Moti Mahal is where I go.
The butter chicken is really good, right?
Yeah. And then वो Sagar, Swagat, sometimes that Saruna Bhavan.
पर आप जाते थे, like is it not difficult for you to get around the city?
No, not at all.
And if I may ask, how was your childhood really? You went to a school, then homeschooling, given that you are from a political family.
No, homeschooling was because my grandmother was assassinated.
Okay.
So the security people said we can't go to school. It was a shock actually, because मैं boarding school में था. तो फिर एक दिन दादी की डेथ के पहले हमें वहाँ से निकाल दिया था. When दादी died, then they just didn't allow us to go to school. So.
And if I may ask, what's your like fondest memory from school? And did you get any special treatment in school?
No, I had ये क्या भैया? नहीं मुझे पानी दे दो उसमें.
No, thank you.
नहीं, I had a very interesting thing. So I had some teachers who were overly nice to me.
Yeah.
And then I had some teachers who were really nasty to me. Yeah. So I had both worlds.
Were you aware कि आपके साथ ऐसा हो रहा है? What family you come from, and that's why this is happening? What was your psychology back then?
I don't think it's so much the family. I think it was more sort of the political position that my family used to take, which was quite a pro-poor position. And so a lot of the people who were teachers, I don't think they appreciated that. They used to be quite nasty to me, but then there were others who sort of were nice. So it was a balance. दोनों मिलता था मुझे.
अच्छा.
Can I offer you some?
Yeah, please. Thank you. Thank you.
हाँ.
और मैं आपके बारे में जब रिसर्च कर रही थी, I saw that there were so many colleges attached to your name. आपने, this may sound like a job interview, but I'm very, very curious to know that what all have you studied?
I studied, I was in St. Stephen's for a year.
Okay.
And there I studied history. Then I went to Harvard University. There I was doing international relations and politics. Okay. And then there the same problem came when Papa died. So there was a security issue there. Then I went to a college in America, in Florida, called Rollins College. There I studied international relations, economics. And then after that I did my master's in Cambridge University in England. In development economics, in economics. It's actually called a master's in philosophy, but in economics. And it was, as I was saying to you, when I was in school, some of the teachers were nice, some were nasty. Yeah. So there I got a neutral, completely neutral sort of view, which was very important for me.
Yeah.
So So I liked it.
Yeah.
Both Cambridge University and Harvard, they're excellent institutions. Yeah.
काफी tempting सा खाना है. Please feel free to have your chicken tikka.
How did you start the channel?
So we do food and travel. So yeah, I used to do a travel show, and that's
When I realized my interest here, so I switched and then I started Curlytales.
So travel where?
Travel India and abroad, so creating travel vlogs basically.
I think travel is very important.
Hmm.
To get a good idea of what different cultures are doing.
Hmm.
It's very important.
यानी before this यात्रा आपको मौका मिला था कि आप इंडिया इस तरह से घूमें the way you're doing this yatra now.
I've been pretty much every district in India I've been.
Hmm.
But not walking through the districts like this.
Hmm.
So it's a totally different feel. बिल्कुल अलग होता है.
और हम travel की बात कर रहे हैं. We saw you swimming in Kerala, jumping in the waters. Tell me, are you also a scuba diving expert and a trainer?
When I was in Florida, I used to teach it. I mean, as a hobby.
Hmm.
And then, yeah, I do dive. I know how to dive. And I also do something called free diving, which is diving breath holding without scuba gear.
You can do that, really?
Yeah, I do that.
And for how long can you hold your breath?
It depends if I'm trained up or not.
Okay.
So if I'm trained up, then I can hold it for a long time.
Wow, that's interesting.
But if you're not trained up, then it drops significantly.
You have other interests also, like we spoke about scuba diving. Also martial arts, if
Yeah.
I'm not wrong, black belt.
Black belt in a martial art called Aikido.
So you got like professionally trained for this. Is that out of your interest? Do you still practice it or not as much now?
I used to box in college, and then I've always done some sort of form of physical exercise. Martial arts are very convenient.
Yeah.
Most people don't understand them.
Hmm.
They're not actually designed to be violent at all. In fact, they're quite the opposite of that.
Hmm.
Often they're also taught wrong. So often they're taught as, to hurt people and to attack people. So if you understand them and you are taught correctly, it works quite nicely.
Tell me, given that your routine is right now, do you get time to work out? We saw you doing like those push-ups.
I was just looking
That's
there,
cool.
my mats are here somewhere.
Really? Do you still work out?
No,
inside,
I do a, this might sound crazy to you, but I do a martial arts class even on the yatra these days.
Do you remember your first job and the first paycheck that you received?
Yeah, first job was in London.
Hmm.
For a company called Monitor Company, strategy consulting company. I remember the first paycheck I received.
What was it?
It was, at the time, it was like a lot, and I was actually, it felt strange.
Yeah? What did you do with that money? Do you remember?
No, I was living there, so probably it went in rent and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was a big amount. I think it was, at the time, almost 3,000 pounds or 2,500 pounds, which was a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Yeah. How old were you back then? Do you remember?
24.
Really?
Yeah, 20,
और आपने एक
25,
regular job
25
किया.
maybe.
You did like a proper corporate job.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
would go to office and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about scuba diving, martial arts. How did the interest in politics happen?
I mean, I come from a family where
We just have another.
we are very political people. We discuss that. Our family has always been political. I mean, when we were small, the conversation with Dadi and Papa on the dining table was, about India, politics, everything that's going on. So it's just what we grew up doing. I think my father's death also had an impact on it. My grandmother's death also. That was certainly part of the reason why I felt I should join politics then. It changed after that.
But Rahul, losing your such close family members, your father, your grandmother, उसका एक ये effect भी हो सकता है that I will never join politics because there's this sense of fear of losing your closed ones.
No, in my family, we don't get scared. That's a trait that, I saw in my grandmother and my father. So that's not even a question. That was never a question in my mind, really.
So I want you to be fearless in my next game, which is 5-second fire. तो आपको 5 seconds में मुझे जवाब देने हैं.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Roti or rice?
Neither.
Really?
No, neither. I don't eat much carbohydrates, so I avoid both. But if I have a choice and I'm forced, if you say, okay, ek khana hai to roti probably.
Roti. Okay. Tea or coffee?
Coffee in the morning, and if I'm drinking it, then tea in the evening.
Okay.
But normally, I just drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning.
3 favorite food dishes. You have to name 3.
I like tandoori food, so I like
Okay.
chicken tikka, I like seekh kebab.
Hmm.
I like a good omelette.
Favorite destination in the world?
No such thing. I just like to go to new places and see them. So, like, I don't have a favorite color or I don't have all that.
3 words you say when you're really angry. 5 seconds है. बहुत गुस्सा आ गया आपको, आप क्या बोलेंगे?
I actually go quiet.
Really? Okay. बिल्कुल चुप. मतलब आप चुप हो गए, सब समझ जाते हैं you are angry.
I'll get quiet. Or I'll say, don't do that.
That's very polite.
No, but there's
That has an
it's there-
effect or no
yeah,
impact?
it has an effect. Yeah.
I will try that. Okay.
But I've got a technique that I use.
What is it? Tell us.
I use it with my mother and my sister
Hmm.
and people I'm close to.
Yeah.
So whenever I have an argument with them,
Hmm.
I'll just send them a message, like my mother, if I have an argument with her. I'll just send a message saying, look, mom, you're my mother. I love you very much. And you're right.
That's your technique.
No, it's true. Because whatever it is,
Hmm.
if you love somebody, it's not really worth having a fight with them about it.
Yeah.
You can always later go and fix it, or you can say, okay, fine, I'll back down. It's not a problem. So I do that. My mother says what you're saying, that you don't actually mean it. but it disarms her. She can't say anything after that,
Yeah. Her heart is all warmed up then after
No, she's
reading that
suspicious.
message.
She's like, sometimes she says, oh, you just sent this to me like that. I said, no, mom, you are my mother. You've given birth to me. And I owe you a lot. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna get into it.
You being the youngest in the family, are you pampered?
No, I'm not. I'm older than my sister.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's the youngest.
So is she
You should ask.
pampered?
No.
What do you
she's not-
think?
She's not pampered.
No.
Different people pampered different kids. So my grandmother used to pamper me.
Okay.
My father used to pamper her. My
Ah.
mother used to pamper me. So it's like that. I think the
Ah.
woman pamper me and
Yeah.
the men pampered her. Yeah. So,
What about the two of you? Would you bully her given that you're older than her?
Yeah, we used to fight.
Hmm.
We used to fight big time. We
Hmm.
used to get into serious fights. See, because we grew up with a whole bunch of violence around us,
Hmm.
right? And so I guess a lot of that was internally sort of causing, stress and stuff. So we used to fight a lot. And then after Papa died, we just stopped. And then now we'll have an argument or something, but it's nothing major ever.
Yeah. 3 things by your bedside.
Actually, my bedside, there's nothing on the side of my bed. Well, there's a drawer there
Yeah.
which has my passport in it,
Okay.
some other ID in it, some religious little
Hmm.
Rudraksha and a couple of, images there of Buddha and Shiva and stuff.
Wow.
And then, what else? My wallet.
Your phone?
My phone, yeah, my phone.
Yeah. Do you
That's
spend a lot of time on your phone या आप रात को सोते टाइम फोन अलग रख देते हैं?
नहीं, phone अलग रख देता हूँ रात को सोते time.
Really? Wow. That's
काफी मतलब
inspirational.
in the day you have to use it. So,
Do you spend a lot of time on social media? Or you don't?
not much.
Not much. Do you ever come across memes that are being made?
No, I mean,
On and off or-
I don't really watch or go on to social media much. I mean, most of my phone work is WhatsApp, telling somebody, do this,
Yeah.
think about that. And then I have a couple of younger people who I sort of advise and guide, this is how you
Yeah.
should think about things. So I do that. And then a lot of it is political stuff.
Yeah.
No, but I don't like sit there, and on Instagram or Facebook and things like that.
Your favorite prime minister till date?
I don't see it like that. Of course, Indira Gandhi was my grandmother,
Hmm.
right? And Rajiv Gandhi was my father, so I love them.
Hmm.
and they'd be my favorites. I think different people do different things that are powerful, right?
Right.
So there are many people that I say, oh, that's an interesting person who's doing a job in a challenging space.
Yeah.
There are many of those, but I don't say, oh, that's the one I really like.
Yeah. 3 things you would do if and when you become the Prime Minister of India.
Who knows about these things, you know? I would transform the education system. I would help people doing production, right? Who might have small businesses, who might be struggling, and I would help them scale those businesses and make them big. 5, 10 people, 15 people who run them, and they pretty much control the whole structure. And I think what India needs is lots of small businesses transforming into larger businesses.
Absolutely.
Because the real problem we're facing is unemployment. And with the type of concentration of wealth that we have, you're not going to solve that problem. So the third thing I would do is I would protect the people who are having a rough time, right? Farmers, laborers, youngsters who are unemployed. So I'd make sure that they feel they have protection in this country. So the way I think about it is, they should feel they have protection, and then they should be able to expand their imagination to do whatever they want. And I think that's the job of a nation. The job of a nation is to make sure that you feel protected, and then to make sure that once you're protected, that if you want to be a journalist writing about food, the nation helps you do that in a most productive way. So that's how I think about it.
I also want to know about your look with this beard. What happened? I mean, we've seen you
What do you mean?
clean shaven for so long. What's with this new look?
No, I just thought it would. I don't know. I just felt that I shouldn't shave my beard or cut my hair
Yeah.
on the yatra. It's nice.
Is this
It's a bit big now. It's getting big. It makes life a little complicated when you're eating. I didn't realize that, but it does.
Are you enjoying this look?
You know, it'll change. So it's okay.
All right.
But there was a big lot of pressure on me to cut the beard.
From who?
From my party guys. No, beard ko kaatiye, beard ko kaatiye, beard ko kaatiye. I was like, nahi kaatunga. So
What was really the purpose? आपने ये शुरू क्यों किया भारत जोड़ो यात्रा? And if you can explain me the objective for this.
the idea of the yatra was to combat the sort of hatred and anger and violence that is being spread in India. हमारे कल्चर में तपस्या बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़ होती है. तपस्या अपने आप को समझने के लिए, दूसरों को समझने के लिए, तपस्या एक बहुत यूज़फुल औजार होता है. तो यात्रा के पीछे वो भी सोच है कि अगर हम कुछ करें, थोड़ी उसमें कठिनाई होनी चाहिए, थोड़ा दर्द होना चाहिए, थोड़ी मुश्किल होनी चाहिए, उससे सीखने को मिलता है, समझने को मिलता है. तो मैं सिर्फ अकेला नहीं कर रहा हूँ, बहुत सारे लोग कर रहे हैं, लाखों लोग कर रहे हैं. आपने देखा होगा. आप चलिए चलिए.
मैं चली नहीं हूँ आपके साथ. मैं आज ही आई हूँ कैंप साइट पर.
तो आप चलिए थोड़ा कल, अगर
जरूर,
आपको
हाँ.
मौका मिले तो आपको दिखेगा कि मैं यहाँ पे बहुत सारे तपस्वी चल रहे हैं. मतलब हज़ारों लाखों लोग चल रहे हैं. यात्रीज हमारे हैं, मगर बहुत सारे लोग यात्रा को ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं. कोई केरला से करा है, किसी ने केरला से ज्वाइन किया, किसी ने तमिलनाडु से, कोई मध्य प्रदेश में, तो ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं. काफ़ी लोग पूरा रास्ता चल रहे हैं, कोई लोग मतलब 2-3 दिन चल के छोड़ देते हैं, फिर वापस आ जाते हैं. तो ये चल रहा है. इसमें काफ़ी लोगों को सीखने को मिल रहा है, लोगों से बातचीत करने को मिल रहा है, लोगों के दिल में जो दर्द है वो समझ आ रहा है, युवाओं के दिल में जो दर्द है, जो बेरोज़गारी फैल रही है देश में, महंगाई, सब चीज़ों के बारे में मतलब डायरेक्ट इनपुट आ रहा है. तो वो था.
आपने कुछ नया डिस्कवर किया थ्रू दिस यात्रा, जो आपको नहीं पता था, जो आपको इस यात्रा के थ्रू कुछ सीखने मिला और कुछ नया पता चला?
बहुत चीज़ें. पेशेंस बहुत बढ़ गई है, क्योंकि मतलब हर रोज़ चलना पड़ता है. लोग आते हैं, थोड़ी थोड़ी इरिटेशन होती है, तो उसको कंट्रोल करना पड़ता है. कोई हाथ खींच लेता है, कभी कोई धक्का लग जाता है, तो वो तो बहुत अच्छी चीज़ है. उसमें काफ़ी मतलब इम्प्रूवमेंट आई है, बहुत इम्प्रूवमेंट आई है एक्चुअली. मैं नोट कर रहा था. और फिर जो हिंदुस्तान का कल्चर है, हिंदुस्तान के लोग हैं, उनसे मिलने से तो सीखने को मिलता है. काफ़ी मतलब इंटेलिजेंट हैं, बहुत ज्ञान है, तो अच्छा है।
या आप बता रहे हैं आपको कितना सीखने को मिलता है, बट आई एम श्योर बीइंग इन द लाइमलाइट एंड बीइंग इन पॉलिटिक्स, दैट इन इटसेल्फ कैन टीच यू अ लॉट। और काफ़ी नेगेटिविटी भी रहती है, आप नेगेटिविटी से कैसे डील करते हैं? जब कोई नाम बुलाए जाते हैं या कोई कमेंट्स आते हैं या ट्रोल्स होते हैं, डज इट बॉदर यू और हाउ डू यू डील विद इट?
आप मुझे गिफ्ट देते हो, मैं ले सकता हूँ या मैं रिजेक्ट कर सकता हूँ, तो ये गुस्सा भी गिफ्ट है। आप मुझे देना चाह रहे हो, आप मुझे दो, ये आपका गुस्सा है, ये मुझे दो, आप दो।
लीजिए, आप नहीं लेंगे। अच्छा, मैं प्यार
आसान
दे
है।
रही हूँ।
हाँ, तो फिर ले लूंगा। और अगर गुस्सा दे रही है तो फिर मैं पकड़िए, मैं देखूंगा ये क्यों दे रही है, इसमें शायद रीजन हो। अगर ये रीजन सच है तो मैं उसको भी एक्सेप्ट कर लूंगा कि हाँ कारण सही है, तो फिर मैं आपका गुस्सा भी ले लूंगा। मगर अगर आपका कारण सही नहीं है तो फिर मैं आपका गुस्सा वहां छोड़ दूंगा आपके साथ।
अपने तक आप आने ही नहीं देंगे उसे?
जरूरत ही नहीं, मतलब वो तो उनका है ना, मेरा थोड़ी है।
आप स्पिरिचुअल है?
स्पिरिचुअल है या नहीं, स्पिरिचुअल मतलब मैं स्पिरिचुअलिटी में बिलीव करता हूँ।
मतलब व्हाट इज योर आइडिया ऑफ स्पिरिचुअलिटी और ट्रूथ? ओके,
in my view there's only one spirituality, which is that you have the guts to face your life with honesty, and you are nice to people, you listen to people, you understand people, you are affectionate to them, you're not nasty to them. That's my religion.
आप मेडिटेट करते हैं कभी?
हाँ.
Is it a part of your like daily routine of meditating?
No, I don't do that. I don't sit there and meditate. I do it in the middle of the day when I'm walking sometimes, you know. But I used to go.
हाँ.
I haven't been for some years.
Yeah.
But I used to go for 15 days, 20 days like that to meditate.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. आप कभी अपने आप से बैठकर ऐसे बातें करते हैं that you know what is the purpose of my life? What is it that I really want to do? You do that? I mean that happens to a lot of us young people. हम काफ़ी कुछ अचीव कर लेते हैं तब भी अपने आप को क्वेश्चन करते हैं, जब अचीव नहीं करते तब भी क्वेश्चन करते हैं। क्या आप अपने आप को कभी क्वेश्चन करते हैं about your
all the
life's
time,
purpose?
all the time.
Yeah, and have you got the answer? Ki, what is it that you really want to achieve? What is your vision?
The day I get the answer, I'll be a fool. Right? If I suddenly decide I've got the answer, then I'm a fool.
So
because life is much more complicated. Life is very dynamic. Life changes. So if there's somebody who thinks he's got the answer, that's not correct. You never have the answer.
So
you always have the questions.
Yeah.
And you have the right questions or the wrong questions, but I don't think you arrive at a place where you say I have the answer. That's just calling yourself God, and that's arrogance.
Yeah. So, but you are always in pursuit of looking for life's purpose.
No, I live my life and I try to be fearless, and I try to be nice, and I try to be gentle with people, and that's it.
Let's say if you have to take a holiday, okay, you want to go out, you want to get a break from your current life, because of course it can get stressful sometimes. Which is the place that comes to your mind?
There's no place.
No?
It's like a journey. So, you know, I find this journey that I'm doing very interesting. I used to cycle a lot. So I used to go with my friends cycling long distance. So I used to like that. But I don't think of it like, oh, that's a place I want to go. I think about it as, oh, that's a journey that I'd like to take.
Or an experience that you would like to take.
And you know, if you tell me go somewhere, I'd rather go somewhere I've never been. I have some preferences because I'm interested in certain histories and certain cultures.
Yeah.
So I have some preferences like based on that, but not specifically a place.
Yeah. आपने कभी solo travel किया है? All by yourself?
All the time.
Yeah?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
No security also sometimes?
No, I like it. I mean, recently not much, but all the time I used to do it.
You enjoy
I backpacked a lot, yeah.
You backpack a lot. Is there one of the most memorable backpack experience or anything that happened with you that you would like to share with us? Anything?
No, I backpacked. I mean, when I was younger in Burma, in Europe,
Wow, Burma.
I've cycled across Spain. I've cycled across Italy. So I've done a lot of that.
Can I ask you something personal?
Yeah.
Are you planning to get married anytime soon?
Well,
No
when the-
marriage on the
When the right
cards.
girl comes along, I get married.
Are you looking for one?
I mean, if she comes along, she comes along. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be good.
Yeah. Nothing against marriage as
Not
an
at all,
idea.
not at all.
Okay, it's
Not at
only
all.
the right person. The right person comes
Yeah, I
along.
think part of the problem is my parents had a really lovely marriage, and they were like completely in love with each other. So my bar is
Very high.
Yeah.
But is there a checklist or anything?
No, just a loving person who's intelligent. So just a person who's loving and is human.
Okay, I think all the girls out there are getting the message.
Okay, now you can get me in trouble now.
So, we've had a great meal, and consider this as your treat day. We also have some ice cream for you.
Okay, thank you.
I hope you can allow yourself to eat ice
Oh
cream
my God,
today.
that's ये वाला हाँ मैं भी यही सोच रहा
Do you have a favorite flavor for ice cream?
No.
कोई भी आपको कुछ favorite नहीं है ना? You like everything.
Yeah, I try to
So-
explore favorite. I mean, if you ask me, I like chocolate. I like strawberry. I like this.
Yum. So it's been wonderful talking to you, knowing about you. I mean, we only see one side of you, which is all about politics. But it's been very, very interesting to know that you have multiple talents and interests, from scuba diving to martial arts, to being a pilot, to being a chess player, and of course, a national leader too. So thank you so much for, sharing this meal with me.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
And I wish you all the best for the Bharat Jodo Yatra.
And if you're here tomorrow, come and walk with us.
For sure, I'll
It'll
do
be a
that.
good experience. Thank you.
Okay.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well.